If I had grandchildren, and you think about that experience that I had, I would try to instill in them that conservation ethic. Well, my grandfather was that tough cowboy. I think I would try to be that tough cowboy, but also go get an insect net and go collect insects and help that young berry or a grandson, if I could have one, or granddaughter, to see even deeper into this world in which we live, and to understand the connection between an insect and the pollination of a plant, and then the role of all parts, whether it be a burrowing owl or a prairie dog or a badger leaving a big hole. Well, there's a reason for that, and it all works together if you just take a step back. So I would try to even instill in that young berry even a deeper understanding of how this all works together.
WWF's most recent plow print analysis found that in 2021, the year that this report analyzes, plow-up destroyed 1.6 million acres of grasslands across the U.S. and Canadian portions of the Great Plains. Within the northern Great Plains region of the ecosystem, currently one of the world's 4 most intact temperate grasslands, the number of plowed acres was over 400,000 acres in 2021 alone. In total, 32 million acres have fallen to the plow since 2012, when WWF first began tracking grassland conversion across the region. I'm Kate Rasmussen, and I am based here in Spearfish, South Dakota. I work for the World Wildlife Fund Sustainable Ranching Initiative that is based in Bozeman, Montana. I work out of the Great Plains office there, work remotely in South Dakota, and I primarily work with ranchers in western South Dakota and eastern Wyoming on improving grazing on their places and also doing grassland reseeding projects.
I'm Carly Kammerer, 16 years old. I am the oldest daughter of Jimmy and Riley Kammerer. I have 2 sisters. We have a cow-calf operation in Piedmont, South Dakota, western South Dakota, and we raise cattle. We use regenerative ag on our ranch and practices to better the land.
So Riley's daughter, Carly, she's worked with me quite a bit, and she's been alongside her dad and me, evaluating cover crops, watching the cows move through the cover crops, doing rangeland inventory, talking all sorts of plant ID stuff. And it's obvious she has a passion for rangelands, which is really awesome to see from young people.
I think there's enough people that'll realize that we're doing things wrong and that we need to fix them. And if enough of those people actually start doing practices right, I think we can turn it around. We just gotta catch it before it's too late. Hi, I'm Jonathan Newharth. I'm 16 years old and live in west central South Dakota. What we're standing in here is, it was cropland before this, and we planted it back, and we kind of just looked away and let it do its thing. And now it's a lot of diverse grass, and it's really doing well. If we do rotational grazing, we do a twice-over rotation, which really helps stimulate the plants in the areas. You can get rid of all the other stuff, which will bring back the native areas. And then we use a stripper header combine, which helps leave residue on top of that, so you can also take care of the cropland too. When you do rotational grazing, it helps stimulate the plants so they can grow back better and stronger and help keep the native plants here. We've done CRP in the past, and then we plant cover crops, and that all kind of just helps give back to nature.
I grew up in the South Dakota Badlands in south central South Dakota on the family cattle ranch, and really enjoyed growing up on the prairie and being able to spend all my time moving cattle and working horses and just around the wildlife and learning the grasses.
We had cows. I'm not really sure how many we had at that time, and we were on a farm place in Fruitdale, South Dakota, a little bit of pasture land, and we were using a lot of conventional management, and obviously what we were doing wasn't working, so both of my parents had to go find a job. My dad is like the smartest man I know, and so he wanted to change, and he got the resources to change, and he went to like grazing schools and then ranching for profit, and he just kind of had that paradigm shift. And we use the 6 principles of soil health on every acre of land we have. And context, which is the 6th principle, has a lot to do with that. And kind of just adapting to the different pastures, because I mean, we have summer pastures so far away, and even down the road, I mean, it's completely different. And so we're not only resting the land, but we're giving it what it needs, whether that's more rest or more impact. We want to see long-term benefits, and for what we're doing, we are going to see long-term benefits, and it's only going to get better.
Growing up on the prairie, I really was able to have such an appreciation for all of the life that was surrounding me all the time and making the business of ranching possible. And I'm really passionate about sharing that work that's being done, and through my work with WWF, supporting that work being done across the whole Great Plains in a way that hopefully we're making a large impact on this ecosystem that is disappearing quickly. I get really excited about collaborative conservation efforts where partners from different backgrounds are all coming together to accomplish common goals on the grasslands, because more and more people are starting to understand how important grasslands are.
It's my responsibility as the 3rd generation of Prairie Paradise Farms to join in the new partnerships, policies, research to help restore the grasslands to its natural beauty.
A big thing on our ranch is like investing into the future. So Dad tries to invest in youth, and what we're leaving on our land is going to benefit my generation, and it's leaving a legacy. And I love grasslands, and I love what we're doing on the grasslands.
There's a real quality of life to living here in the West, and a lot of it is because of our open spaces. And to see young people realize that and hold that as valuable is really encouraging to me. And talking to Carly, you talk about not just the biodiversity of grasslands, but they're a natural system here. They're self-containing and functional, and that's the beauty of ranches, is we're producing food and fiber on this landscape, but doing it in a way that's as sustainable as any system can be. And really what it does is it just keeps our biodiversity and our natural systems together, which is great for wildlife and open spaces, clean air, clean water, everything that we're always looking for.